Hi everyone, welcome back to another video with me, Philip Karahasan for Therapy in London. This week, what I want to discuss with you and really bring into your conscious thought is, are you a thinker or a feeler? Essentially, do you first think something and then understand the emotion afterwards? Or do you feel something and try to understand the thought attached to that emotion? Because sometimes our thoughts and feelings don't marry up. They don't necessarily have to be the same. And sometimes we may think we should feel a certain way or feel we should think a certain way, and it doesn't happen. We can be confused, we can be disassociated with ourselves. It can be really frustrating. So in order to understand which one you are, what I want you to do is think back to a situation in the past, a situation when you were happy. Did you feel happy to begin with and wonder why you felt so happy and equated it to a situation you're in? Or were you in a situation and think, this is great, I feel happy? It's whichever one comes first is essentially if you're a thinker or a feeler. And that's a really simple example. And sometimes we can be in situations where we may feel 3, 4, 5 different emotions or have 3, 4, 5 different thoughts going through our head. So if we don't understand what we're thinking or feeling, if those thoughts and feelings don't marry up, we can be confused, we can be disheartened. We're not sure what's wrong, but it's almost like it's our fault for not being congruent, for not being on the same page, where really we've sat in a safe zone of thought or safe zone of feeling for so long that we're not able to understand both at the same time. An example might be, have you ever finished a project that you've been working on for so long, a project that you thought would bring loads of happiness. Yet when you finish the project, you feel dejected because I thought that I'd be so happy. See, I thought I'd be happy, not felt happy. It's, again, leading with thought. I guess you can say that I'm more of a thinker than a feeler. And in the same respect, we may feel a certain way, but our thoughts might not be related to that emotion. We might feel happy, but think that you're unhappy, think that you're not satisfied. And we're doing this unconsciously all the time. So if we can manage to think and feel in the same way, it's going to lead to a less stressful you. So these thoughts and feelings being different can lead to us being in a state of sadness, depression, being upset, or in fact just numb, not knowing what's going on and being confused, which is, dare I say, even worse than feeling something or thinking something. If we don't know what to think or what to feel, what's our next best step? We feel disempowered. How do we get better if we don't know what's wrong? So by combining the thoughts and combining the feelings, it enables us to draw a plan up, to know ourselves in more detail, to know ourselves and what's driving us, what's wrong. And then from there, we can work out ways in which we can get better. An example of our thoughts and feelings being on the same page is hunger. So we feel hungry, and we think, therefore, we're hungry, or we think we're hungry, and then we feel hungry. So we go out, we get some food, we cook it, we eat it, and then we feel satisfied, we feel happy. Now imagine that happiness that you feel after eating a meal that you felt hungry for and thought you're hungry for. And imagine that in every single situation in your life. Every choice you make, every decision you make, every task you do, when it's finished and while you're doing it, you feel that same sense of satisfaction, that same sense of well-being that you've just had a meal, because both your thoughts and feelings are on the same page. You know where you want to get to, you get there, and you can be happy that you've got there. What I thought would be more beneficial is to look at it from 2 points of view. Whether you're a thinker that needs to feel more, or a feeler that needs to think more. Essentially having 2 videos for both sets of people so that you can use it as a resource to get your feelings and thoughts on the same level, on the same keel. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to leave any comments down below or send me an email with any questions that you've got, maybe tell me about a situation where you thought you'd be happy and you completed the task but you didn't feel happy. So in next week's video, what we're going to do is look at it from the cognitive point of view, how a cognitive person can start to identify more with their feelings. And the week after, we'll look at someone who feels more and how they can start to recognize their cognitive thoughts. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.